Now to Ukraine, which received its biggest show of solidarity yet with the visit from the highest-ranking U.S. delegation. The risky trip was kept under wraps, including a more than 10-hour train ride into the Ukrainian capital. CBS's Charlie D'Agata reports tonight from eastern Ukraine.
Traveling by train to a secret underground location, handshakes and even a couple of hugs began high-stakes talks in the Ukrainian capital, a symbol of solidarity from Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. Safely back across in Poland, the Secretary of State said Russia's attempt to subjugate Ukraine has failed.
We don't know how the rest of this war will unfold, but we do know that a sovereign, independent Ukraine will be around a lot longer than Vladimir Putin's on the scene.
Hours after the delegation crossed out of Ukraine, Russian airstrikes pounded 5 train stations in the space of an hour, including a strike on Lviv, the region they had just left. At the besieged steel plant in Mariupol today, the Russian military announced a unilateral ceasefire to evacuate as many as 1,000 civilians who've been sheltering in bunkers for nearly 2 months. But Ukraine denied that a deal had been struck. Those who managed to escape from Mariupol and other Russian-held territories arrive here, a tent outside a shopping center in Zaporizhia. It took Irina Asadzhaya and her 3 young children 13 hours to travel 100 miles by bus. She said everyone on the bus cried when they reached the first Ukrainian-held checkpoint. Volunteer Ekaterina Marchenko told us those arriving from Mariupol have suffered more than most.
We understand how it is hard for them, and we understand that they live in the hell.
In hell?
In hell. It was hell.
At a nearby hospital-turned-combat trauma ward, we find 27-year-old Nazar Gnatiev. The radio host from Lviv volunteered when the war began. Yesterday, on the front line, a Russian artillery round tore through both his legs and his arm. You want to fight again?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Of course, because it's my land, it's my country, it's my motherland.
Tomorrow, the UN Secretary General heads to Moscow to meet with President Putin in person for the first time since this war began. He then travels here to Ukraine to meet with President Zelenskyy in the hope of a diplomatic breakthrough. Nora?
Charlie D'Agata, thank you.